Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Boone, um, and I'm going to show you guys my Isaac and Campbell Company import knapsack from Great Britain, or, well, yeah, during the Civil War. I do know that most of these were imported to the Confederate States, but I do know that some also landed in federal hands or Union hands. And this is mine, made by Missouri Boot and Shoe. And all the straps on the outside though for the full kit, and the mess tin cover was all made by Paul Lopes of ACW Knapsacks, or American Civil War Knapsacks. And I thought I'd share with you guys some info about these according to my book, The English Connection. So I'm going to give you a little history about these first. Let's see. So knapsacks bought by the Confederates were commercial products supplied by Isaac Campbell and Company of London, and there was also many other suppliers, but nobody really is for sure who they were from. But basically, according to this book, it says Isaac Campbell and Company sold 10,505 knapsacks in December of 1861, November and December of 1861. 1862, the company had furnished an additional 9,900 for a total of 20,405. And later on, it had risen to 34,655. Let's see. So, according to this book, there was many more other shipments according to this book, but because there's a few more other pages for this knapsack. However, it says possibly 1 in 4 Confederate soldiers were equipped with this pattern of British knapsack during the course of the war. That is a lot of knapsacks. So it is my opinion that these should definitely be more common in the reenacting community, and they definitely are in the hardcore communities and things like that. But I still think they should be more prevalent. And I'll be honest here and practical. They are not cheap to get a good reproduction, especially from Missouri Boot and Shoe, because this one, without all the extra kit and everything on here, it cost me $300. So definitely not cheap, and I'm sure it took a lot of work to get these going. So anyway, what you see on here is the mess tin, the extra straps that go around, and by the way, before I get into this whole setup is one heck of a hard and tedious thing to get put together, because everything's got to fit right, and it's just a pain in the butt. I've only ever worn this kit once at an event, the whole kit. I've worn the knapsack many times, but I've never worn the actual whole kit more than once. So I'm going to just get into a little bit of the nitty-gritty and just show you guys my knapsack. So first thing I'm going to do, just to show you guys, I pulled it pretty tight here for this video, so probably shouldn't have done that. There's the mess kit. I'm not going to unbutton that because it's one heck of a massive pain to get back in. So as you can see, this strap right here, goes and runs through this loop down here and down around, and you buckle it on the bottom side, and then this whole piece right here gets strapped on to both sides on the front here. Now, again, you have to fold the blanket in a specific way to get it to fit right on top of this, because otherwise it just looks completely awkward and frankly stupid. But you do not have to unbuckle the blanket off to get these straps off, so I'm just not even going to bother with that. There's one. It's not easy doing this one-handed, guys. So there's that, and then you just pull it out and the whole thing comes off like so. Because it's basically a whole separate piece. And so now we have basically the whole knapsack itself, and this is the side that goes onto your back. It opens from the side that's on your back, not the outside, which is contrary to basically every North American design of the time that I know of. So I'm going to go ahead and start unbuckling. And the way this thing is set up is I've always liked to call this thing the Fort Knox, because frankly there's a lot of straps, and they did a very good job at finding a way to keep this thing nice and tight, keep all your stuff safe and sound inside. Now this strap right here also adjusts, as you can see, the length for the shoulder straps. And something I should mention about the shoulder straps, these are cast brass with the, I can't think of the word, so it's this piece right here. And you can also, these are also adjustable, you can see that. So that all keeps it there. But I've had issues with this. I'm always afraid of losing these pieces, these brass pieces, because I've often found packing to go into an event and these things are just about ready to fall off. And it really drives me crazy sometimes, but I'm always afraid of losing it. But nevertheless, I love this knapsack, so I can't not take it. And also something about these is, just like you think, just like a federal knapsack, you hook it on just like this. But this one was designed that both sides hooked on like that. Now Paul Lopes of Missouri Boot and Shoe, who made this himself by hand, told me in person when I bought this that most of the originals with these brass pieces, the originals, were found with one of these hooks hammered closed, like so. So I went ahead and did that because I found out the first time I ever wore this in a fight at an event that it is a massive pain to hook both of these up, to get it over your shoulder and hook both of these up to keep it on. So as soon as I got home from that event, I just said, yeah, it's a good idea to hammer one of these closed so this thing isn't coming out, as I'm trying to show you. So anyway, there's that. So there's that. Now the flap opens up and there's the inside. So this is the first one that needs to be unstrapped. There we go. This thing is built like a tank. I will tell you guys that. It really is. Haven't had any issues other than those, afraid of losing those cast brass pieces for the fastening. So first thing you see, I have the small mark on it, the Isaac Campbell and Company of London. A lot of you can get other makers that make these, have the huge Isaac and Campbell across there. Just absolutely massive marking all the way across the flap. So on the inside you have a completely removable frame. Completely removable. Now I usually never wear this with the frame in it because frankly it's uncomfortable, and even according to this book, it said that, let's see, let me find it. Sorry I'm taking a little bit, guys. See, I know it's here. See, they chose to buy them without boards so the knapsacks could be packed in soft bundles, which required much less shipping space. So much easier to ship across the ocean and to get through the blockade. So, you know, I got the boards with the knapsack, and usually it's an additional price, and he gave them to me with the knapsack when I bought the knapsack on the spot from Paul Lopes, or from Missouri Boot and Shoe. I feel like showing you what I got in here is for another time, but just small little basic essentials like a nightcap, housewife, just little bags for personal things, extra shirt, that kind of thing. So there you have it, guys. And if you guys are interested in this book, like I know some of my friends of my reenacting community might be, this book has literally everything of import. Bullet molds, musket tools, belt buckles, leathers, serious amount of leathers. See, like that. And I'm going to show you guys another time, but I have a Confederate, excuse me, not Confederate, but a British-made cartridge box made by Duval. So again, bayonets, swords. The swords is actually my favorite part of this book. Really interesting, really cool things they got in here, like this one. That was my favorite. Cartridges, how they pack the cartridges, like so. And a whole bunch of the records and just everything. It's really great. Pistols and the weapons, saddles, so things like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and have a nice day.